Alright, so I wanna put out a video, kind of a wham bam uploady ma'am. So I keep getting this question over and over again, and the question is, how can I learn about phonetics and the IPA? Okay, um, well, the best thing you can do is enroll in a university with a good phonetics program. Now, I didn't have such luck, and maybe neither do you. So, what I recommend that you do is that you, first of all, start from your native language, or a language that you know to a very, 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 very high degree of proficiency. Um, Basically, either use your native language or a language that you pronounce in a manner almost identical to a native speaker, and find a good phonological description of that language. Now, if you happen to speak English, I can recommend this book, out of print, by the way, but I got it for $2.50 used. So try your luck, um, try your library, etc. This is Phonetics by J.D. O'Connor, which is a Pelican book. This is a very good introductory book on phonetics, and all the examples are in English. Now, J.D. O'Connor was an Englishman, so this focuses on British English, but you don't need to be all that good with British English to follow the book, as long as you have a good understanding of English. All right, so what else can you look at? Okay, so you can read this book, but first, familiarize yourself with a good description of your own native language. And then, like, what are the basic phonemes of your language? What are the allophones or different realizations of those sounds in different environments? Then, after you got these basics, and I recommend that you not only hear, not only read the description, uh, understand it well, understand it in theoretical terms and in articulatory terms, and the best way to understand something in articulatory terms is to try to pronounce it. Now, if it's your native language, you'll have no problem reproducing the sound, but you have to have a little bit of, you have to pay attention to your own body. Uh, and when you do this with stuff that you can already pronounce, it's very simple to get the basics down, so that you can understand what is a manner of articulation, what's a point of articulation, what are allophones or different alternatives of a phoneme, what is a phoneme. The best way to do it is to start with your native language. If you speak Spanish, okay, I have no book to recommend to you, um, but the English Wikipedia page on English phonology is quite good. It's actually better than the one on the Spanish Wikipedia. So it's a good starting point, and then you can go to the bottom of the page, read the sources, read the books used in the, you know, basically everything that's been read by the people who made up the page. Um, if you speak English, um, interesting thoughts on English phonetics and phonology are to be found on two of my favorite blogs on the subject. The first one is John Wells' phonetic blog. John Wells wrote the book Accents of English. He was a lecturer in phonetics at the University College London. He's a very knowledgeable, very knowledgeable dude. I don't know how he would take my use of the word dude with him, because he is an older gentleman and one to which we all owe a lot of respect in this field. But I mean that in an endearing way, calling him a very knowledgeable dude. Okay, and the other blog that I like is Jeff Lindsay. and I'm gonna pop the links, in the description. Jeff Lindsay's, I don't remember his blog on his website, which is English Speech Services. Um, Also, what I'm going to give to you is the address to John Wells's personal page on the University College London server, and also a subsection of that page, which is his recommended reading for the MA program in phonetics that he used to teach. And basically, this recommended reading, I've read, this is listed, for example, and basically, just if you speak English and you follow if you read those books there, you're gonna have a very, very good understanding of phonetics by the time you're done. Then you can move on to other materials, like just scour the used bookstores. Most people don't give a damn one way or the other about this topic, so they get rid of the books after they're done with them. Go get them. So read, and when you read a text on phonetics, by all means read aloud the relevant parts. If you're in public, don't be too conspicuous, but remember, you're going to be a phoneticist, so the first thing you need to learn is don't be afraid to look silly. And that is one of the best pieces of advice that I can personally give you. So if you find yourself on the subway reading Phonetics by J.D. O'Connor standing up, and you come across a word that you just want to pronounce so that you might better understand what goes on in your mouth when you do it, go ahead and do it. And if people think you're weird, just say to yourself, I don't care, I'm a phonetician. So, good hunting. I hope this sets you off on the right path.